Hi everyone, I'm Mona and in this channel I talk about fragrances. The topic of the video that I want to talk about today is chic fragrances. I just increased my collection recently and want to talk about some fragrances, and I was putting together some fragrances in my collection, especially the ones that I recently got, and to me some of these fragrances are really chic in a way. So I figured that it would be fun to put together a list of chic fragrances, different from each other, but um, all of these fragrances have in common the fact that to me are very very chic. So let's get into it and start with the first fragrance, which is Parisian Musc by Matiere Premiere. It's a very beautiful chic fragrance in my opinion. This is a beautiful, very versatile fragrance. You have this kind of pencil shave texture with this fragrance because you have cedar wood, so it's very light woody. Well, it's woody, but it's this light wood note. And you have amber seeds, so it's also musky, but it has this kind of smooth musky aspect in here. And then you have this fruity aspect of the green leaf, the fig leaf, even though it's not listed in the notes, but it probably is there. Sorry, my cat just jumped on my keyboard. She shouldn't do something like that, but she always does, and I just can't keep her from doing it. So, anyways. So it has these ambered seeds and the fig leaf. Even though it's not listed, you can definitely say that there is fig leaf. So you have this kind of fruity green aspect that reminds you of the fig, but it's not too sweet. I usually don't like fig in fragrances, but I still love it. Love this one because it's very subtle and it's very green and not too fruity or too sweet. So I really, really like it in here. And again, I like the fact that it has this kind of light woody texture together with the musky aspect. So it's a kind of very clean fragrance, but at the same time, it has this fruity green aspect that makes it a little bit more fun. So it's very versatile. It's perfect for an everyday basis, for so many occasions, and it's very, very chic. And it's also perfect for many seasons in my opinion. Maybe it's the best for spring, and it's also beautiful in the summer. For some reason I feel like it's the best for September also, even though September it's just gone, but it can be also right for October depending on the weather where you live. But anyways, in the first part of the fall it's also beautiful. But yeah, spring and summer definitely, but you can wear it also in the winter if you like this type of profile. It's very versatile. So Parisian Mask by Matiere Premiere. The next one that I want to talk about is a very recent purchase of mine, which is EQ or Sur tes lèvres by D'Orsay. Sur tes lèvres means on your lips, so it's very romantic but also alluring and sexy at the same time. And this fragrance is a beautiful, beautiful powdery iris fragrance. But the thing that I love about this fragrance is that it has this beautiful powdery iris, but at the same time is also creamy and buttery because there is the iris concrete in here. So you have this kind of powdery but buttery at the same time scent. I want to spray it. It's a very beautiful one. It's clean and powdery, but it's warm at the same time. It has a little bit of sweetness, probably because you have an amber note in the opening, but it doesn't smell ambery to me. It smells more like this powdery iris musky scent, but it has this kind of sweetness and warmth and roundness to it that probably is because of the amber in the opening. You have also some pink pepper, which it's not very prominent to my nose, but just in the opening, it's a little bit more spicy, this kind of fresh spiciness, but just a little bit. So, and then it's kind of more like this, again, buttery, creamy, smooth, powdery iris scent. So, yeah, I really, really enjoy this one. And it's elegant, it's delicate, it's sexy at the same time, sweet and and warm, but not too warm. Well, it's something that I wouldn't wear probably in the summer, in the very hot summer days, but I feel like it's perfect for all the other seasons. Um, yeah, it's very, very beautiful, and to me, it's very, very, very chic. So, this is Sur Te Lève by Dorsey. The next one that I want to talk about is Santal Complet by Fragrance du Bois. This is a beautiful sandalwood fragrance, and as you can see, even though I just recently bought it, there are just 2/3 of the bottle, but it's all right to me because this is the fragrance that I bought from Vinted from a very, very, very convenient price. So if you can trust the seller, just go for it. Try and buy also use the fragrances because some fragrances cost a lot. How does this fragrance smell like? It is a beautiful sandalwood fragrance, as the name suggests. It has a very prominent coconut note, but it's not your typical tropical coconut. It adds just a little bit, just a hint of tropical feeling. And it's also quite lactonic to my nose. It's nutty and lactonic, but it doesn't smell like milk. It's more like this kind of slightly cold lactonic feeling and very smooth. And then you also have a violet note that's kind of blends in with this beautiful smooth sandalwood, milky nutty coconut aspect. You also have some vanilla in the base, by the way, some amber, some musk, but sandalwood, coconut, and violet are the notes that you can definitely smell the most. It's very, very, I don't know, it's quite dreamy in a way. It's a beautiful one. It's very chic, of course, but it's also, again, there's something dreamy about this fragrance. It also has this kind of sophisticated, elevated vibe that Fragrance du Bois always has. But compared to other Fragrance du Bois fragrances, this is definitely more wearable, but still quite sophisticated and elevated. And of course, very, 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 very chic. So, Santal Complet by Fragrance du Bois. The next fragrance that I want to talk about is Good Girl Gone Bad by Kilian. And this is an Alberto Morillas fragrance, so a master nose. How do you say it in English? One, well, it is of course a very renowned nose, and this is, in my opinion, quite a masterpiece from him. This is a beautiful clean scent, but with a twist. It is clean, but it is based on white flowers. So you have a lot of white flowers in here, a lot of flowers in general. You definitely have some tuberose, some narcissus, which is a very prominent note in here. You have osmanthus, so it's quite smooth and slightly fruity. There's some peach, some citrusy notes, some cinnamon as well, even though it's not prominent to my nose. I don't smell the cinnamon. Maybe it adds a little bit of this of spiciness and sweetness that makes it more interesting, but it's more on the background to me. But yeah, this is definitely a white floral scent, but there's something slightly there's probably some sandalwood as well, because there's something very smooth, and there's something so well blended together, very smooth, very almost lactonic in the feeling. There's definitely some jasmine too, but yeah, there's something so well blended, smooth, slightly lactonic, but just in the texture. And then you have this beautiful white floral bouquet, and the note that to me comes out the most is the narcissus, which is kind of a green. It's very open and bright and uplifting, and at the same time there's some indolic element of the jasmine and of the tuberose. So it's a very beautiful one. It's very smooth. It may sound complex from how I described it, but in fact it's very simple. I mean, it comes out very simple and wearable. It's not too complicated or too conceptual. In fact, you just have these beautiful, smooth white flowers in the end. But there is again this kind of a green, bright, and indolic aspect of these white flowers in here. And there's something really, really, really sexy about it and alluring. but at the same time it's a clean fragrance because we're talking about white flowers in here. So it's clean, but it's also sexy and alluring at the same time. It's very versatile, perfect for every day, but if you want to feel again sexy and alluring, and it's very, very, very incredibly chic in my opinion. So this is Good Girl Gone Bad by Kilian. Now, last but not least, it's Tilia from Marc-Antoine Barrois. This is from Cantin Biche. We have some masterpieces from some very important perfumers here. We have Cantin Biche Tilia, Good Girl Gone Bad from Alberto Morillas, and also I forgot to mention, but EQ is made by Dominique Ropion. So, and we also have, well, if you know, if you know, Matiere Premiere is the brand owned by Aurélien Gouchard. So he's also another master perfumer. So yeah, we have very beautiful creations here from master perfumers, and of course these fragrances had to be very, very chic. So the last one that we're talking about is Tilia by Marc-Antoine Barrois, and this is a beautiful floral scent with some vanilla, some ambery, woody notes in here. Actually, you have some Georgia wood, which is a molecular note meant to represent some woody notes, and then you have I don't remember the name, but there is a molecular note which is meant to represent ambergris. So you have this kind of ambery woody aspect, and then you have linden blossom, which gives the name to the fragrance, and you also have broom blossom. Now broom blossom has an honeyed facet that you can definitely tell you have here. There is definitely some honeyed facet, but it's very, very beautiful. It's kind of it's a warm sun rays fragrance, makes you think of a sun rays, and it's so beautiful, uplifting, elevated, but at the same time there's this warmth, ambery, dense base, but not too dense by the way, and it's very elegant, very sophisticated, very chic, and also very, 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 very sexy. So Tilia by Marc-Antoine Barrois is a beautiful fragrance, and I think it's beautiful for all seasons, but I also like to wear it during the summer nights, and for summer nights it's such a beautiful one. But you can wear it all year round, in my opinion. And it's so chic, especially for the night, in my opinion. And especially when you want to be elegant, sexy, but without being too much, because it's very again, it's elegant in the end. It's never too much, it's not too loud or anything like that. So it's very, very chic. So Tilia by Marc-Antoine Barrois. And I didn't mention, but of course what's also puts this list together is the fact that none of these fragrances are too loud or too much. Of course, a fragrance to be chic also has to be something not necessarily delicate, but not too loud. Again, it has to be sober in a way to be chic, but it has also to have something that makes it stand out. And that's what I think these fragrances have in common. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.